Welcome to our Expert Insights interviews here at Empower 2020, and I'm delighted to be joined by the Group CEO of KNEIP, Enrique Sacau. Enrique, welcome.
Thank you, Emma. Delighted to be here.
Great to hear. Now, why are you excited to be part of Empower this year in this, the most extraordinary of years?
Well, we've always have been, and you have to be where it matters. So we're delighted to be part of the most important industry event, really, and particularly in this extraordinary time, as you say. Communications must be more deliberate. Before we could rely on running into people, going to their offices, having an informal lunch. Now that everything is done online, it's about generating sharper content and indeed being everywhere. So we're very excited indeed.
And what would you like people who see you at this event and hear what you have to say, what would you like them to take away as a message from you going forward?
Well, I think, at the risk of repeating myself, that we are where we should be, which is where our customers are. So the focus of KNEIP must be the service we provide to our customers and the products that our customers consumed. We've been embarked on a digital transformation that has been, not for the faint-hearted, ever these things. And that means that we perhaps have been a little distracted from our customers. And we want to kind of be very clear in our message that we're back and we're back for good.
And that digital transformation, I presume, has been very necessary and a hugely important part of how you've tackled 2020 and all the challenges it's presented with COVID.
Absolutely. So in our industry, you had most things were done very manually, which means that it's very hard to scale, point one. And unless you impose templates on our customers, which we absolutely do not want to do, then transforming what is not standard takes longer and is harder. So inevitably, as I said, not for the faint-hearted, these projects, but we come out of it much stronger and full of ideas and plans that I'm looking forward to sharing with a wider industry and indeed our customers in the next few weeks and months. I've been in the job since the 1st of August, so I'm still a big learning curve for me, of course.
So this is a chance for you to get to meet some of those people and some of those key speakers and thought leaders in this industry at this event, even though it's virtual.
Indeed. I mean, I do know many of the players, of course, in the industry, but this is an opportunity to renew our vows, shall we say, and be more present in the market.
You talked there about vows. So in terms of philosophy, what would you say yours is and that you want to share? You talked there about putting the customer first. Is that very much your mantra?
Well, it is. It's customers and employees first. And that's what will guide all my actions. We need to provide a good service to our customers so we can grow with them, and we have to become increasingly their global partner. So we should be expected to expand significantly internationally over the next months and years. And we have to keep an engaged, happy workforce that makes the delighting of customers possible. So customers and people.
You said you'd been in the job a fairly short amount of time there. How has that been coming into an environment like this where the company has faced the environment it's faced this year? And with that in mind, how do you see it going forward? What's your vision and how did you cope with this crisis and, ongoing crisis?
Well, I suppose everything has changed and yet nothing. For me, lots of things have changed. I lived in London for the last 17 years, and in the summer I moved to Luxembourg, and I kind of closed my house in North London and have rented it out. So it's a bit of a change. And I did all these remotely on video conferences and so on and so forth. It's odd to join a company like that. In the case of Luxembourg, we have a third of the workforces in the office, which is a bit more than you would have in London. So being here matters. But what hasn't changed is that the industry of asset management is facing if the same pressures, and if not more. And I think I would say that all my conversations with our customers over the last 2 months and a bit have centered around how the passive versus active balance keeps on evolving, cost, regulation, and ESG. And ESG in particular is the key that everybody's talking about, and we're delighted to have a plan to offer solutions to our clients on that front, because it's right and it's also good business, of course.
Indeed, sustainability is one of the key themes at Empower this year, and that's obviously going to be very key for many businesses going forward. And perhaps COVID has even brought that more to the fore, because people have seen the effects and the changes on our environment from less movement of people and such like.
Of course, absolutely. I mean, we are in a growth industry. Of course, COVID is disastrous for society at large, and we are facing a very serious financial crisis as a result. But the truth is that asset management, the numbers will remain solid. Our clients will continue growing over the years. That's the good thing about KNEIP. We have the best customers we could possibly have, and we will, as I said, do more and better for them in order to continue growing alongside them.
Just finally, you talked about growing there. Where would you see the key growth areas being for you now going forward and into 2021?
Right. Without revealing any kind of family secrets, I think it's fair to say that ESG will be something we'll be very strong on. I think becoming global partners to our customers and generally saying yes more. And by saying yes, I mean that when most of the products and services that we offer is not something that we came to market 25 years ago and we invented them. We were responding to a market need, which was often driven by regulatory pressure or cost pressure. And we're just going to continue saying yes to our customers. We're in fact going to say yes more often because we want to be the one-stop shop. We want them to stay with KNEIP. We want them to consume as much as possible for KNEIP. And for that, you have to be flexible, customer-centric, and get your people lined up to support your customers.
Well, Enrique, thank you for saying yes to an interview with us. It's been interesting to hear your insights today. Good to talk to you. Thank you very much.
And you, thank you.
Thanks, Enrique.